Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be checking out a new FPV camera. This is the Foxeer Micro. Now at the moment probably every man in his quadcopter is out there buying this guy. This is the Runcam Micro, but it has one thing missing compared to the other Swift cameras, and that is a built-in on-screen display, and that is where Foxeer have beaten Runcam to the punch, because this is a CCD micro camera with a built-in on-screen display just like the Foxeer HS1190 has, and it's the same form factor and very similar specs. So this one I think is 5.5 grams, this one 5.9 grams, so I think I'll take 0.4 of a gram to have an on-screen display on there. Now apparently it's got a 2.1mm lens, but it does look very different from the micro lens. You can see there it does actually go out further forward than this one. This is the black one as well. It's going to be available in various different colours, but let's just have a look at some of the stats on here. So it's saying it is 650 TV line in black and white and 600 TV line in colour. It has got the Sony Super HAD CCD sensor, and then we've got a 2.1mm lens. This is the PAL edition with IR block, and it accepts 5 volts to 40 volts, so that's a massive voltage range there. So anywhere between what, a 2S model and a 5S model, even more than that, 6S. And then it says here that we have the fly time and edit name and voltage, so that's great, isn't it? So everything that the full size Runcam and the HS1190 gives us, we now have in a micro form factor. Fantastic. So let's see what else that you get in the box. So this is the manual that it comes with here. So yeah, doesn't look like we get given a mount with this, so yeah, this is a package with all of the stuff in it. Let's just empty all that out. So we got some screws for mounting, but there does not seem to be a mount, just like the Runcam Micro. We've got various washers and screws, etc., and a ton of wires. Let's see if I can figure this out. So this here, that is going to be for the on-screen display. So where does that plug in? There. So OSD. That's interesting, isn't it? Because I see. Okay, so we need to use that cable that it comes with to change the on-screen display. Is it that side? Yep. So that plugs in there as one like that. And then other side into your copter. This blue wire here, that is going to be for your voltage for the on-screen display, and then this is where we plug in the controller to change all of the settings, and I imagine it's going to be same as the other Foxeer cameras where it's a long press of the up button to change the on-screen display stuff, then long presses of these buttons here to change the positioning of them, and then the middle button, that's going to be the menu button to change your regular camera settings there. So the model that I'm going to put this on is actually going to be my Hyperlight Floss. Now it already has a built-in on-screen display, but this is the only model that I have at the moment that has a mount that fits these micro cams. I need to go off and print some on the 3D printer because there's some on Thingiverse that I've seen. But I actually want to put my Runcam Micro in another model, so I think I'm going to be using this one. I've also made up a harness as well, so that's going to plug straight in to the F4 fly tower, and then other end the camera, and then this for the on-screen display. Okay, that was a pretty easy transformation. So I've turned the on-screen display off on the F4 tower, so let's go and take it for a fly and see how this camera performs. So here is some DVR footage taken from my Fat Shark Dominator HD3s, and the thing that I noticed straight away was the movement in the voltage. Just look at that, it's refreshing too quickly, and it's very difficult to see what the actual voltage is. and I'm pretty disappointed with that because one of my favourite cameras with the built-in on-screen display is the HS1190, and I thought that was perfect, so I don't know why they have felt the need to change the refresh rate, but now it's too fast and I can't actually tell what my voltage is. I'm not saying it's completely unusable, because what I did is, this is a 4-cell battery that I'm flying on, so you can see that it's just flickering up and down 15, 16 very quickly, and the moment I saw a 13 in there consistently, then I came in for a landing. But really, that refresh rate, that needs sorting out. This is a pre-release model, so I'm hoping that Foxeer are going to see this and address it and slow down that refresh rate, because I think that is going to put a lot of people off, and for me personally, I'm going to be switching the on-screen display off and switching it back to the Betaflight on-screen display. That's not to say I need to remove this camera though, because the camera quality is definitely on par with the Runcam. I think the Runcam Micro has a slightly wider field of view, but when it comes to dynamic range, picture quality, and noise, etc., they are both on par. So I think Foxeer will be onto a winner here if they can just correct that refresh rate. And they also sent me a full-sized Arrow as well, and it's got the same firmware on there and the same refresh rate, so looks like they've put that on there across the board, and for me that needs correcting. But yeah, like I say, it's a pre-release model, and I will put links in the description if I can, if certain shops are stocking it, and I really hope that when it comes out for you guys that they have addressed this issue, because this would be a massive game changer if they could do that. I mean, like a 5.9 gram camera with a built-in on-screen display, that's impressive, but it needs correcting for it to be a winner for me. So I'm going to leave you with some flying, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.